Only Taco Bell can take real nacho cheese Doritos and turn them into the shell of a Taco Supreme. Just when you thought all the really good ideas were taken. Introducing the new Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
Welcome back to SoundersFC.com. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tony Ventrella. This is our honored guest today, Mike Ryan, the recipient of the Golden Scarf, the first ever president of the first ever Washington Youth Soccer Association. You came here in '62,
right,
in the service, and that's where it all started.
Fort Lewis, yes.
Yep. Did you notice at that time that there wasn't much soccer going on? Where did you find your first evidence of soccer in the States?
I picked up the sports page in Fort Lewis, and there was a big fight at Woodland Park, and I knew I'd found a home. So the next Sunday, I hitched a ride up to Seattle, and I found Woodland Park and started playing for one of the local teams.
And there, at the time, there were some international players here who got sort of found their buddies and made up teams, basically.
We had an ethnic league going then. Okay. There was about 9 teams: there's Swedes, Italians, Hungarians, sure, Greeks, but no Americans.
Yeah. Oh no, not in those days.
And I said, well, where's the American kids? They said, oh, they're not interested. And I said, no, we're not interested. There's kids here. And then George Craig, Ed Craig's dad, was coach of the team. And he said, you go to Mass? And I said, yeah, I go to St. Matthew. And he said, good, we have a CYO team, and you're coach. and that was it. I was coaching the CYO team. That's what got me started with coaching.
All right. Now, then you, at the time, you were telling me before, you had a new home, you had a child.
Yeah.
You didn't have any furniture yet. And your first meeting, was that your first meeting of the state association, or
no,
what?
That was the first meeting. The first meeting of the association was in Tacoma with the late Frank Hall. And we had an election of officers, and I was elected to be the first president. Eric Bullyman, all these guys, just passed on,
Yes. Well, let's speed ahead to here we are in the 21st century. You're out here watching 32,000 people watch an MLS game. It's come a long way, hasn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's like night and day, It's like you always find, is there anybody behind you with the same passion, the same, because I love this country. I mean, and I was always trying to, how can I give something back?
Yep.
And the sport of soccer was what I wanted to try and give because of how I love it.
Sure.
And my family loved it. And so that's how, to look at it now, today, just standing down there, it wasn't real. It looked like the Wizard of Oz,
Right.
I had found the end of the brick road and I was in it, and
right.
all of a sudden I expected to get woke up and say, hey, back to Seattle, back to Lake City.
And yet, for you, it continues because am I correct? Are you still coaching?
I'm coaching Nathan Hale High School, the boys, the girls, team, both teams. So that's just a great passion. And, I always wanted to coach every team.
Sure.
And so that's why I was with the Emerald City Club for a long time, because I wanted to coach or be a part of the new coaches coming in, that they'd have a library, sure, or a reference, or what do I do in this situation. And this is all I wanted to do, just keep the apple seeds, Johnny Appleseed, just keep the seeds going. And the people have took over here, the Sounders. Why it's so comforting to know that you're in great hands.
Absolutely, and it must be very satisfying for you.
Brian Smith, I'm as proud of him as his dad is, because here was one of our own. We've seen him at 7 and 8, 9, 10-year-old, and now here he is up in the big league and where he belongs.
Absolutely.
And I hope he does eventually get his own team.
Me too, and I think a lot of us feel that way. Congratulations again on receiving the Golden Scarf, and thank you for doing so much for this sport here in the States.
It's done me. I mean, I couldn't return enough, and if we've had a part with everybody else around the country had brought the sport, that we've got kids out of trouble, right, we're protecting them, because I cry at night when I hear about the shootings and kids, young lives, where I would give my right arm to get out there and play. This morning, I had an urge to run on that field. I wasn't just putting that scarf up, I was really putting it up there because I was on the golden grass, you know, and I wanted to pass the ball. You know, I still feel the same way. Passion will always be there. Age may catch up, but not the passion. You know, it'll always be there.
Thank you, Mike. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tony.
All right.
Very good.
Good to see you.
That's it.
Thank you. And I'm Tony Ventrella with Mike Ryan, our scarf recipient today, SoundersFC.com.
Tanzania, the land of Kilimanjaro, Zanzibar, and the Serengeti.